Hey guys, it's Brian and Kevin back from Inspiring How You See That. We're the channel that talks about all different kinds of music and entertainment, and we interview some of your favorite artists. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way anything that we're putting out, you'll be among the first to know. And today we're back with a very special artist spotlight, and we're going to talk about a band that we've loved forever, is Chevelle. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to Kevin.
Yeah, Chevelle's been around for, over 27 years now, I believe. It's been a long time, and I've been a fan since the later 90s. I would say 97, 98.
I remember they were big when we were tail end of high school.
Yeah, and they were at quite a few festivals that we were at at that time period. And I mean, these guys are the most underrated band out there, and
I agree.
They definitely, if you haven't, saw Chevelle, we're gonna put some links in there. Check them out. I mean, this band is their music style I really like. Their new stuff, which we're gonna talk about a little bit and get into that. But their videos, their content, everything is just totally awesome, and I can't wait to see them. Hopefully in 2021. I know they're on some venues. So
yeah, and to kind of give you an idea of their style, I mean, they were kind of one of those big post-grunge bands that came out the late 90s, and kind of brought rock and hard rock back to the forefront, and they were one of the bands that was responsible for that. So I think you look at bands like Breaking Benjamin and others, I think they were heavily influenced by Chevelle.
Yeah, and I'm sure if maybe we'll interview some bands and they'll talk about that. And I know Chevelle's been a big influence for a lot of bands that we've even talked about. With some of the members that we've talked to, and they've talked about Chevelle. And but yeah, I mean, I really enjoy watching them live, and the two brothers together. I mean, they just. I mean, it's cool when you can get a band and they just they stick together.
And like you said, the two brothers, Pete and Sam Loeffler, and that's been them the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple other members that have sat in to play with them, and I'm curious to see who will be the fill for the the other positions this year in 2021. But the two brothers, I mean, they can just swing in anyways and play through most of it themselves. And when I've even saw them live many times in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, and they're from the Illinois area. I haven't been up there to see that way to see them at a show, but several areas around us. Yeah,
absolutely. And I mean, a lot of their songs, like you said, you've been around since the late 90s. So I mean, you've got songs like the Clincher, The Red was a huge one. I remember, I love that song. All the way up to some of their newer stuff, like Destructor is a great song.
Yeah, and we'll have that link. That's an awesome video, guys. I'll just throw a shout out to you guys. You did great, even on all the new videos. And keep them coming, because we'll post out what's maybe on our What's New segment when one does come out. And we're excited to show our fans, and everybody that's out there, and maybe even our new fans that are coming in, and maybe even your guys' new fans. Because what's really cool about this is, I mean, 27 years they've been doing it. So now you have the new, back when we were kids. Now, I'd say we're all getting older here.
But now you got these young whippersnappers coming in.
So then you have the younger generation that's into the this style of I wouldn't call them metal, but they're really mixed. They have it's kind of like an alternative metal / heavy, and there's a lot of even my son likes this style of music, and it's cool to see the kind of the generations that are now watching them. So now when there's new music coming out, you can hit the kids that might be 8, 10, 15, 16, and we can bring them to the
tap into a whole new generation.
Yeah, and or even if they're in their 20s, they can drive themselves. So,
exactly,
which is really cool, because their newer stuff, I believe their newer stuff is just as good as some of their older
stuff. It is, and it's funny, breakup, because they actually just released their newest album in March of this year, 2021, and if I'm saying it correctly, it's called Niratias. Fantastic. We listened to some of the songs on it. It's incredible.
Yeah, and you mentioned some of the new videos that they put out for that album. And again, we'll put those links in there. Let us know what you guys think. If you saw Chevelle, or where you were at, which venue you liked the best, and if you haven't saw them, go check them out. Come back to this video. I know this year they're going to be on a couple festivals that are locally here in Ohio. Incarceration. I believe they're playing on Saturday, and that's a few sets before Mudvayne.
Nice.
big Mudvayne fan too as well. So we'll give Mudvayne a shout out there. So
nice.
But yeah, definitely check out the Incarceration if you can make it to that festival. Yep. Let us know what you think of that festival as well, and if you like it. I mean, that's growing.
Yeah, we've been there a few times. Love it there.
Yeah, quite a few times. And I'm curious to see whatever lineups they're going to add to the 2021. So so check them out and let us know what you think.
Yeah, absolutely. Leave us a comment. What's your favorite Chevelle song, or if you're gonna see them, where you're gonna see, and you're excited to see them. We'd love to hear that from you guys. And as always, we love when you spend this time with us. Thank you so much. God bless, and rock on.
See you next time.